Hello, hello, how's it going? Hi, Sundry. Okay, wasn't expecting this. Yeah, I was doing yoga. Sometimes I do yoga at the beginning of my streams. I'm trying to do the like jumping jack thing. Well, not jumping jack, but you know what I mean? Where you're jumping from chaturanga. It's like the ultimate yoga move. Also congratulations on your ego death. Damn. Good job. Yeah, so like if you so you know you're good at a sun salutation when not only can you do a chaturanga, I'll show you what it looks like. You do like a full sun salutation is you raise your arms up, you do a back bend, and then you forward fold, and then you chaturanga, and then you do downward facing dog, and then you jump and do halfway lift and come back. And I'm working on the jumping part right now. The jumping part is the hardest part, but here I'll show you. So which way is facing better? I'll face a bit more this way. So you start by having your hands like this. You can raise them up, breathe in, and then do a back bend, breathe out, and then breathe in, raise up, and breathe out, swan dive, and then breathe in, halfway lift, and then breathe out, chaturanga. I've recently nailed this. Yeah. This year I recently nailed it. But now I'm trying to nail the jump. So you got a downward facing dog, and now you bend your knees and you look forward and you you jump, but you're supposed to make it look graceful, you know what I mean? And I can't do that yet. So I just fucking go like that, and then you roll up. But like the really skilled yogis, you know, it doesn't even look like they're trying to do the jump. So anyway, I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday kind of sucked. Not gonna lie. Oh, I'm hot though. Oh my god, it's hot here. Okay. Have a good lurk. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're feeling better than yesterday. Oh, I worked out this morning. Then I showered. I'm trying this new deodorant. Not sure if it's going to work. I did wear it to hot yoga. And afterwards I did have a slight a slight little onion aroma. So that worries me. Deodorant's very important to me. Smelling good is very important to me. But I wanted to try a non-aluminum deodorant, and also one that's not plastic, made out of plastic. So I got this one. Oh, I didn't do my music. Here, let me shift my music. Here, we'll listen to Spores in the Moonlight Mist. That's some good music right there. Wouldn't you say so? Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I wanted to have it without the plastic waste. So there's a brand that does it in like these glass jars. Called... Well, I don't need to name drop them. It's not like I'm sponsored or anything. But they come in these glass jars, and then you apply it with this bamboo scoop. And hi, Luther! I'm doing good. I'm doing way better than yesterday. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being here. We're talking about deodorant choices. And can I show you? I'm gonna go get my applicator. Let me just show you this because it's interesting. I'll be right back. Okay, so I feel like full hippie now. I feel like I've gone full hippie now because I've got this is my deodorant. They give you a free sample. Again, not sponsored. But little seed farm, I guess. And I got this little bamboo scoop thing. But oh, there's a little bit left over on here. Don't waste that. Here, since there's a tiny bit left over, I'll show you how you apply it. So basically, you put like a pea-sized amount, you squeeze it out. Since it's the sample, it comes in this compostable packaging, but usually it'll come in a glass jar. And then I put it on here, and then you like apply it like this. You just like rub it on, and it's kind of like clay almost. It's interesting. It's really strange. Does it leave a white cast? Let me see. Yeah, look, there's a little bit of a white cast in there. Okay, I don't love that. Smells good though. But we'll see. I'm giving it a trial run over. Hi, Reflex. Did I show too much? Hopefully I didn't. It's fine. I'm not wearing a bra, so hopefully. I have this like huge worry where I have a few shirts where I don't wear a bra with them, and then I will bend over and the whole shirt will just come off. And so I really need to not, really need to be careful with those. I join and I see you looking at your armpit and smell it. Welcome back, Refly. Welcome to our, what is this, a 4 mushroom, perhaps even a 5 mushroom stream. Yeah, we had a -1 mushroom stream. We were sucking energy, sucking everything. But now we're emanating energy. I was talking about my, the new deodorant I got. Ew, there's a hair. Ew, gross. My deodorant that I put on with a stick. I'm testing it out because I'm hot, I'm sweating a little bit, and then I'm consistently having to smell. So you might see me smell my armpit multiple times this stream, just to make sure. Okay, it still smells really good right now, but again, I just barely showered, so you know, you need to give it a full trial run. I need to go out in the 105-degree heat and test it. She is completely lost, doom thinking, and has found joy again. What's that from? I mean, real. That's how I'm feeling today. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think that it's because of Karen, honestly, my yoga instructor. She's so... how do you tell your yoga instructor in, like, not a weird way or not a creepy way that they make you feel hot? Not that way, not the way you're thinking. I mean, literally, genuinely, when I go to her class, I feel so hot. When I'm lifting those weights and the sweat is literally dripping off and we're, like, listening to, like, hip-hop music, I feel like the hottest woman in the world. And that's how you're supposed to feel while you're doing yoga. While you're doing hot yoga. Because if you feel hot, then you're going to try your best to look hot. You're going to lift those weights. You're going to work hard. You're going to... Yeah. Okay, I'm still out of breath. Let me switch to my headphone. I wanted to phrase it as if I would say you completely lost it. Well, did I lose it? Well, hopefully I wasn't too annoying yesterday. I did watch the VOD back, and it seemed a lot more harmless than what I was imagining. What I was imagining was that I was, like, making everyone miserable, and that's not good. I don't want to do that. That's the last thing I want to do. Yesterday I needed more love, and some of you, and many of you, provided. So thank you for that. Yeah, Refly did, Luther did. Yeah. Appreciate that. And you know what is even better is that because of that, I was able to meet up with a friend that evening, and I felt like I could be fully present for him. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't like get rid of my inner turmoil and negativity beforehand. So, let this be a lesson. By the way, can you hear the music? Let this be a lesson to you that you have no idea how you impact other people, right? You don't know how you impact other people. So because of you, like, I was able to have a really good time with my friend. Okay, I can hear the music. So we have to send you an invoice for the session. Yeah, what do I owe you? Well, if you forage correctly, I could get you a gift sub. Just, oh shit, don't do that yet. Don't do that. Don't do it. I didn't open StreamerBot. You will lose 1,000 channel points if you do that right now. Hold on, it's opening. Whew, that could have been a disaster. I'll let you know when it's safe. That's actually ridiculous that it doesn't work unless you have StreamerBot physically open. Okay, let's try again. And it's only gonna let me do it once. Well, it's safe now. It's safe. If you want to forge. Luther said, my day has been alright, nothing noteworthy. I'll be making a Persian stew tomorrow. It's normally made with spinach and other herbs like parsley and fenugreek. Oh, I love fenugreek. Kidney beans and beef. I'll be replacing the beef with chicken, because beef is illegal here. Is it actually illegal? That's interesting. I knew it was a cultural thing, like, Indians do not eat cows, but is it so like you just can't buy it anywhere? That's interesting. Maybe add mustard leaves because they're so easy to find here. Ah, I see. Mustard leaves. Does it taste like mustard? Not like the shitty, American mustard, but like the mustard that tastes good. Okay, thank you for helping me word it. Coming to your yoga classes makes me feel confident in the way I look. Then maybe add the makes me feel hot. Hey, I like that. No, I think that she would, honestly, I feel like she would take it the right way if I were to say, your classes make me feel hot. She would take it the right way. But you just want to be safe. Again, I've yapped about how some of the yoga instructors really blur the lines of professional conduct. like the one instructor who will like go around and like spank people. And I don't know if she has a personal relationship with them or not. I know like sometimes they'll come up behind you and like press on your hips to help you get deeper into certain poses. But that's different. I feel like a spank is probably, I would draw the line there. If it were me, if I was a yoga instructor, I wouldn't cross into that kind of territory. Which, by the way, can I say, we will be delving into spanking territory today. Oh, are you ready? We're going to be talking about the Kama Sutra today. For all the people who came by for my... hold on. Jump scare. Hold on. For all the people who came by for my reading and writing stream, don't worry, you won't be disappointed. We will be doing a reading and writing stream today. And, yo, big fan. Hi, Danny. Big fan. Yeah. Same. We will be exploring the philosophy of spanking today.
Yes!
Yes! Hi, Ivan. Ivan, oh my god, Ivan, you're here. Oh, Ivan, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, yesterday was not great, but today is so much better. And it was all thanks to you and many others. It was all thanks to all of you. You helped me. You helped me. Oh, you're right. You're so right. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, we're not even at 4 mushrooms. We're at 5 mushrooms today. Okay. 5 mushroom stream. Let's go. I put the appropriate tags on the stream, and listen, it's educational, okay? We're learning here. I mean, oh, don't look at this, okay? Wait, I have to read it. Don't look at it. I'll be reading this. Reading and writing stream. Too late. Well, you just got a little preview. You just got a little... Luther said, Central and North India. It's near impossible to find. Buffalo meat at best. Okay, but that's allowed, right? It's a different story down south. Oh, I see. Refly says, I don't need a sub. I've already gotten the friendship, which is more valuable. Oh, that's so sweet. You know what? That's so sweet. You know what? Hold on. The timing.
You are
there we go.
This universe. And
for
you
that,
are creating it
you get a sub.
at every moment.
But generally you find chicken, goat, and fish. It worked. Refly was using the secret psychological techniques. The secret techniques. Speaking of subs. Wait, what? Wait, does Ivan want one too? I mean, I'm in a very generous mood today, so you know, I'm feeling generous. Anyway, today we're reading chapter 7.
And you are creating it at every moment.
And we will be concluding the graphic details. Hi, Spider. Welcome back. The reading. Oh, yeah. Speaking of subs. Eventually we're going to get to the part where... Okay. So there's many more chapters on of the sexual union. And then after that, it's about the acquisition of a wife. Who did that?
And you are creating it at every moment.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ivan. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Congratulations, Luther. Wow. Scroll up to my comment about being hot. Oh, okay, I will. What'd you say? Where is it? If you look like the people in the music video of Britney Spears, I'm a slave for you. You know you've gotten too hot. I don't know if I know this song. I'm gonna look it up. Is it too hot? Is it too hot? Can we even? Why is it not pulling up YouTube? Okay, I really shouldn't play this song on stream, but I will show you some still images from the stream. Oh boy. Okay, I'm scrolling through the stream through the video. Wow. 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 I haven't seen this, but you know what? This makes me want to watch the music video now. I think I will be watching later. Yeah. You know, some people wear things like this to yoga, and there's nobody even looks twice. You know how some gyms they don't allow you to wear a bikini, not a sports bra. They don't allow you to wear a sports bra. They don't allow men to be shirtless. Oh, a yoga studio, it's free game. You can basically wear anything. You can wear, as long as your private areas are covered, you're good. Like beach attire, I would say. Beach attire. Okay. Thanks again for that sub. That was very kind. I'll be making tadig to eat with it, which is Persian scorched rice. They're all sweating their asses off, just like hot yoga. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is like it would be inhumane to have people, to force people to wear more clothing than is necessary in hot yoga. When you're doing yoga in 105 degrees Fahrenheit with 100% humidity, yeah. It's pretty much expected that we're all just here, we're all sweating our asses off. And nobody cares. Well, because yogis, we understand that bodies are just bodies. It's just a body at the end of the day. Like I could see plenty of, well, this doesn't really prove my point. But like this morning, for example, there were a lot of very, very, very hot women. And did I objectify them? No. But I did observe and notice, and I was like, wow, these women work out. Just saying. What was I looking up? Oh, I was looking up the Persian scorched rice. Hold on. Oh yeah. This looks good. Oh, see, this is what I was thinking of when you were saying that Palestinian dish. I think this is what I had in mind. Was this. I've always wanted to try this. And they add turmeric too, right? I think I would really enjoy even the plain version. I think other versions you can add like raisins and other things to it, but dude, even this looks fantastic. The crispy rice. I like one of the top comments. They were perfectly fine with Lolita in the school uniform, but they tore her to pieces for daring to be sexy when she felt like it. Hypocrites. I haven't read Lolita, but for some reason, like so many forms of media tend to cite that. Was it really that good? All that I know about it was that it was extremely inappropriate. Yeah. And that's the point? That's the point of the book? But some people, well, I guess we never know. We don't know why an author writes a book, right? So we can't know if the author wrote it to be creepy and weird, or if he wrote it to send a message about not being creepy and weird. It's all down to your interpretation, I guess. It's not turmeric, it's saffron. Oh, the red one. Oh, expensive as an ingredient. Ivan says, I know Lolita as a kind of fashion style, but I haven't read the book. My understanding is that it's about a man who details his obsession and victimization of a 12-year-old girl. I don't think I'm gonna read it. I think I'm good. I think I'm alright. I don't think this will add anything to my repertoire of books that I've read. Perhaps it had some impact culturally. I mean, it obviously did, because I've seen multiple movies that like have that as a focal point, and like multiple songs, etc. Question of the day. Would you survive a knife fight to the death duel with Britney Spears? No. Have you seen her? Have you seen any of her Instagram posts? She's still got it. That's all I'll say. It's very much the energy of I've still got it. I hope she's doing well. You know what? I really hope she's doing well. It seems like she's had a really rough time with like the conservatorship and everything. When I open her Instagram though, I do get a bit concerned. But you know what? It's up to her how she wants to present herself. But yeah, she definitely does give like I will murder you vibes sometimes. She kind of has the scary eyes when she's doing her dances on Instagram. It kind of freaks me out. But she's having fun, I'm sure. She's expressing herself in the way that she wants to. Okay. By the way, Luther, I didn't learn that means as far as I know. I always just read it as... Never mind, I'm not going to say it out loud. It sounds too stupid. I would always sound it out and I would read that in my head. Like, Afike or something. Like, something really stupid. Like, why are people saying this? But now I know. I'm educated. As far as I know. The book is very critical, and it's rather clear the author isn't into it. Oh, okay. It's a critique. The adaptations and covers leave a lot to be desired. Okay. Thanks for giving your perspective. That's kind of what I assumed. I mean, why else would it be so... Because usually when it's presented in media, it's like presented as like a valid work of... a valid piece of literature. And so why would something be a valid piece of literature if it was anything else? Don't stand so close to me by the police. Is that a song? Shall we begin our reading? You guys ready to read? Oh, I'm ready. Let's read, shall we? Chapter 7. Of the various modes of striking, and of the sounds appropriate to them. This is your last warning, by the way. Sexual intercourse can be compared to a quarrel on account of the contrarieties of love and its tendency to dispute. The place of striking with passion is the body, and on the body the special places are the shoulders, the head, the space between the breasts, the back, the jaghana, or middle part of the body, the sides. Striking is of 4 kinds. Striking with the back of the hand. Striking with the fingers a little contracted. What is it? Like a push, like a yee. Seems like something you would do in self-defense. Striking with the fist. Okay, so punching. And striking with the open palm of the hand. On account of its causing pain, striking gives rise to the hissing sound, which is of various kinds, and to the 8 kinds of crying. Hi, Chozo. My neck, my back. Yep, that's what we're doing today. We are reading the Kama Sutra once again. I hope you're doing well. Oh, better luck next time with that ego check. I wish she started throwing the knives at targets at a rotating board at the end of her dances. Oh, I could totally imagine Britney Spears throwing knives. Well, she does a really good spin. She's always spinning. And so I feel like she would do a spinning knife attack. The author famously didn't want a young girl on the cover of the book, which wasn't listened to, of course. Oh, I see. Didn't want people getting the wrong idea. That's also the thing. Like, even when you write something, it's not really in your control what people do with it, right? But you can try your best. You can try your best to have your media be consumed in the way that you want it to. And then from there, you have to kind of let go and be like, okay, I've done my best. Yeah. It's essentially about how predators tend to distort the behavior of the people they hurt in their own head. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read it. But interesting for sure. Okay, so here's the 8 kinds of crying. The sound hin, the thundering sound, the cooing sound, the weeping sound, the sound foot, the sound fat, the sound soot, and the sound plat. That felt like a Dr. Seuss type rhyming thing. Besides these, there are also words having a meaning, such as mother. And those that are expressive of prohibition, sufficiency, desire of liberation, pain or praise, and to which may be added sounds like those of the dove, the cuckoo, the cuck. How do you pronounce this? Cuckoo? I never knew. The green pigeon, the parrot, the bee, the sparrow, the flamingo, the duck, and the quail, which are all occasionally made use of. Nice. I like that emoji. Blows with the fist should be given on the back of the woman while she is sitting on the lap of the man, and she should give blows in return, abusing the man as if she were angry, and making the cooing and the weeping sounds. While the woman is engaged in congress, the space between the breasts should be struck with the back of the hand, slowly at first, and then proportionately to the increasing excitement until the end. I'm developing a really strange image in my head for some reason. Okay. At this time, the sounds hin and others may be made, alternately or optionally, according to habit. When the man making the sound fat strikes the woman on the head with the fingers of his hand a little contracted, it is called prasritaka, which means striking with the fingers of the hand a little contracted. Congress is so slow and inefficient. Real. Real. She filibustered me. You guys are making me lose my spot. Here, 1 second. Okay, the sound fat is an imitation of the sound of a bamboo being split, while the sound foot is like the sound... Wait, I forgot. I didn't read this part. This is very important. In this case, the appropriate sounds are the cooing sound, the sound fat, and the sound foot in the interior of the mouth. And at the end of Congress, the sighing and weeping sounds. The sound fat is an imitation of bamboo being split, while the sound foot is like the sound made by something falling into water. Do you guys... Wait, my dad knows how to do this. Where you flick the side of your... where you flick the side of your cheek and it makes a water drop sound. Does anybody know how to do that? I don't, obviously. I gotta ask my dad how to do it. But it sounds so... It sounds so much like a water droplet. He's very skilled. It doesn't sound like foot or whatever, however this is pronounced. It sounds like... Well, it sounds like water, obviously. Hi, Tim. Hi, Tim. Welcome back. Welcome back to Sensual Thursday. Pop your toes from someone's mouth. Am I mishearing that? No. You're not. No, I'm just kidding. If you flick your mouth in a way that, I don't know how to do it. You can make a water droplet sound. Let me see if I can find it. So I'm not crazy. So I don't look crazy, alright? I'm not crazy. Look at this. Oh, this is AI. I don't like this. How about this?
Trick. You'll be able to make a water droplet
This
noise
is still
with your
AI.
mouth. So how do you do this? But before I show you, if you have a...
Oh god, no. I'm not wasting my time with that bullshit. Okay, I just thought it would be... The internet makes me sad. Okay. We're going away from this. This is making me too sad. But you get what I mean. Sensual Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't think. Oh, I guess I could do Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Cheers. Thirsty Thursday. I'm not thirsty for anything in particular. Except tea. Oh, it's a small breath of air out while you make a whistle with your mouth. My dad did it too. Now I do it. Well, you've officially crossed over into dad territory then. Whistle face, not an actual whistle. Right. I can't whistle, so I don't know. I can't whistle. No, I can't whistle. Can you guys whistle? I can neither whistle nor snap. And that's really sad. I think most Gen Zs can't do that. I think that died with millennials. I think most millennials know how to whistle and snap, but then it wasn't, the knowledge wasn't passed over to the later generation because we have sensory issues. My sensory issue is that I do not like the texture of my sweaty fingers rubbing against each other to make a snap. Oh, I can't handle it. No, thank you. And then the whistle, I just didn't have the attention span or patience to practice. So I just do. Yeah, I can't whistle. Hey, but wait, oh, so Luther is Gen Z? Okay, well, that makes me feel worse. Dang it. Hey, at least I learned how to do this. At least I learned how to do this. Let me tell you, babies love that. If you see a baby, if you see a small child and you do, they think it's awesome. They think it's hilarious. They think it's very fascinating. My mom used to call me Tweety as a kid because I whistled so much. Really? Lieutenant CVR Data can whistle better than that. I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down, Ivan. I never learned how. Have you learned Kachari Mudra? I have not. Is that a yoga pose? Sounds like a yoga pose. It's a hatha yoga practice carried out by curling the tip of the tongue back in mouth. No. Interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Am I seeing this correctly? Let me adjust my spectacles. What the fuck? Oh no. Wait. You cannot show me this. You cannot show me this. As someone who picks their nose, you cannot show me this. Oh my god, I'm dying. Why have I never seen this before? Oh, this really bothers me. First of all, First of all, how? And second of all, wait, I thought that. Wait, so Luther, wait, you can do the tongue thing? You're telling me you can lick up into your nasal cavity? Oh my god. You just gave me forbidden knowledge as a nose picker. Oh, it's all over now. Hi, Eris. Oh, it's so nice to see you, Eris. I hope you're doing well. Ah, dang it, I didn't make it to your last stream, and you're taking some time off. Is it because the semester is ending soon? I hope everything's going well. We're learning we're learning the advanced methods to picking our nose. This really freaks me out though. Hold on, I need to I'm like still processing. Oh, okay. That was a really high energy moment. What could go wrong? And also this, I didn't know it had a name. I can choose to block nostrils on command. Handy when I have a blocked nose. It doesn't fix it, but it helps a bit. Okay. Eris has a few training sessions. Oh, I see. Well, that's good. I mean, well, it's good that you are taking the time you need. Yeah. Okay, so wait, how do you... Let me try. Should I try doing it? How do you even bend your tongue back that far? Is it like tongue flexibility? Okay, so the tongue is progressively stretched and the frenulum of the tongue is sufficiently severed over a period of months. Wait, do you have to cut the tongue? You have to... Ooh. Okay, I wasn't even reading it. You have to destroy your tongue. Okay, that's why it didn't make any sense, because I knew that the tongue was like way thicker than this. So what is this for exactly? Is it it's used in yoga. It's intended to awaken spiritual energies in the body. So kind of like doing alternate nostril breathing except from inside. Oh god. Damn, I didn't realize hatha yoga was that intense. I feel like I'm learning the forbidden yoga poses. Are there any other forbidden yogas that I haven't learned yet? Now I'm curious. If the mouth fills with slightly salty liquid that smells of iron, then he should not drink it, but spit it. You mean blood? But spit it out. He should practice thus until the liquid becomes sweet tasting. Okay. Okay. I mean, that could be two things. That could be blood or it could be cerebral spinal fluid. Which, by the way, if you pick your nose too hard, you can cough. I think. If you take... What is it? If you taste a certain taste, it's possible that there's been a perforation, and you might be leaking cerebral spinal fluid, which is really not good. What the fuck am I seeing? Refly. I'm asking myself the same thing. I'm so... The goal is to attain liberation in the body by sealing the energy of Bindu in the head so it's not lost. What is Bindu? It's a Sanskrit word meaning point, drop, or dot. Securing the cerebral spinal fluid inside. No, it's a... Okay. Oh, this is a lot. Point at the back of the head where you grow your tuft of hair. It has to do with chakras. Unfortunately, I'm not that well versed in chakras either. This is in the same vein as like foot binding and shit. Like this is like self-mutilation. I'm not sure if I'm on board with this. Wait, so Luther, I mean, you don't have to answer this, but are you saying that you, like, did you make modifications to your tongue in order to be able to do it? What happened? Did you, like, stretch your tongue more and more and more? Which stage? Second? Third? Final? Do you feel the flesh bags that close your nostril? Oh my gosh. You guys, I can't handle this information. Not with a blade, but with repetition. So you just keep... Well, it says here a sharp implement, so you could be using a tool, or I guess you could theoretically, like, stretch it or rip it. I'm gone for some minutes and I see a tongue in the nasal cavity. Yeah. Refly is just getting so much cool. Refly entered the stream and he saw me sniffing my own armpit, which actually, that reminds me. I need to do a smell check. Okay, it's still good. I was sweating. The sweating has subsided. I've brought wisdom. Sure, that's what we'll call it. Luther says, yup, the entrance to the esophagus, trachea, and tonsils. Basically everything back there is open to access. Oh my god. So you're telling me I could theoretically... Oh. You know what? That's something I'm not going to share. But you can use your imagination. I read the word tonsils, and that was all I needed to know. Human bodies are gross. And no, they are talking about the salivary glands immediately activating because your tongue is back there. Oh, okay. I just have a long tongue. It's more like doing a split. I already had a long tongue and being bored as a kid. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess you're just one step... I need to ask Dom if he knows about this. I guess you're just one step closer to spiritual liberation then. And you did that without even knowing. So, good for you. Ivan said... That was his story. Hey, stop doing that. Mom, I'm awakening my spiritual energies. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's multiple ways to awaken your spiritual energies. Okay, shall we go back to reading about slapping and spanking? Let's return to the spanking. What I do is closest to picture 3. Oh, okay, so not fully... I feel like picture 4 you would have to do some sort of modification of some kind. Yeah, okay. At all times when kissing and such like things are begun, the woman should give a reply with a hissing sound. During the excitement, when the woman is not accustomed to striking, she continually utters words expressive of prohibition, sufficiently, or desire of liberation, as well as the words father, mother, intermingled with the sighing, weeping, and thundering sounds. Towards the conclusion of the congress, the breasts, the jaghana, and the sides of the woman should be pressed with the open palms of the hand with some force until the end of it, and then sounds like those of the quail or the goose should be made. Have you guys heard what a goose sounds like? Okay, wait, hold on. Because it's really majestic. It's really majestic. So this is what you'll be making in the bedroom. Just one of these sounds. Hold on. No, I need no, not the Canadian geese. I need the white one. What's the white goose where they go, like, I can't even make it with my mouth, but you know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Let me find a goose sound effect. Kind of like this. Except longer. Let me try this one. No. I need to record the goose that lives near my house. There's a little pond near my house, and there's this goose, we call him Reginald, and he's king of the geese. And his call is just so majestic. It'll make you weep. It sounds like really harsh screaming, like it's really beautiful. And that's that. Okay. There are also 2 verses on the subject as follows. The characteristics of manhood are said to consist of roughness and impetuosity, while weakness, tenderness, sensibility, and an inclination to turn away from unpleasant things are the distinguishing marks of womanhood. The excitement of passion and peculiarities of habit may sometimes cause contrary results to appear, but these do not last long, and in the end the natural state is resumed. Luther said, my nickname in middle used to be Ripley, because kids thought I was a freak. Oh no. Hey, but when I was a kid, I used to read Ripley's Believe It or Not, the book. I had that. I would read it constantly. I thought it was really cool. But that's kind of mean. Kids already thought I was a freak beforehand. It helped me gain a bit of popularity. Oh, okay. More so like a circus attraction. Okay. Well, hopefully it was good popularity. Is Kachari Mudra making the cut for Kama Sutra 2.0? It depends. Like, how would that relate to sexual union? I'm thinking. I'm really, really thinking here. I'm really thinking. First, widen the oral cavity. Okay. Okay. You got my attention. The wedge on the bosom, the scissors on the head, the piercing instruments on the cheeks, and the pinchers on the breasts and sides may also be taken into consideration with the other 4 modes of striking, and thus give 8 ways altogether. Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. What? The scissors on the head? The wedge on the bosom. The piercing instrument on the cheeks. I'm scared. Dude, I'm kind of scared. Not gonna lie. Yeah. They don't teach you this in Mormon sex education. Just saying. But these 4 ways of striking with instruments are peculiar to the people of the southern countries, and the marks caused by them are seen on the breasts of their women. They are local peculiarities. The practice of them is painful, barbarous, and base, and quite unworthy of imitation. It was alright. The kids were saying much meaner things, so this was fine. Okay. Yeah. I was kind of a weird kid in elementary school. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, you can either be good weird or bad weird. And I was good weird. I definitely, capture the attention of people in a positive way by being really strange. In the same way, anything that is a local peculiarity should not always be adopted as elsewhere. And even in the place where the practice is prevalent, excess of it should always be avoided. Instances of the dangerous use of them may be given as follows. The king of the Panchalas killed the courtesan Madhavasana by means of the wedge during Congress. Whoa, what? He accidentally killed somebody? King Shatakarni of the Kuntalas deprived his great queen of her life by a pair of scissors. Oh my god, this is not to be messed with. And Naradeva, whose hand was deformed, blinded a dancing girl by directing a piercing instrument in a wrong way. There are also 2 verses on the subject as follows. About these things there cannot either be enumeration of or any definite rule. Congress having once commenced, passion alone gives birth to the acts of the parties. This is essentially knife play gone wrong. Hi, Hero. Hero! Oh no. We're back to reading the Kama Sutra and I'm very scared. I love how you guys are talking about these things casually. Dude, I never... I don't know about any of this. This is very interesting. I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Like, the furthest I've ever branched out in my education has been, I watched 50 Shades of Grey. And even then it's, ew. I don't think that was a good thing that educated me well. Okay, anyway. Such passionate acts and amorous gesticulations or movements which arise on the spur of the moment cannot be defined and are as irregular as dreams. A horse, having once attained the 5th degree of motion, goes on with blind speed, regardless of pits, ditches, and posts in his way. And in the same manner, a loving pair become blind with passion, and go on with great what does this word mean? Impetuosity, paying not the least regard to excess. For this reason, one who is well acquainted with the signs of love, and knowing his own strength, and also the tenderness and the strength of the young woman, should act accordingly. The various modes of enjoyment are not for all times, or for all persons, but they should only be used at the proper time and the proper place. Okay, thus concludes, striking. Thus concludes our chapter on striking. Wasn't that delightful? Okay, we're almost done. We have, Chapter 8, about woman acting the part of a man, and of the work of a man. When a woman sees that her lover is fatigued by constant congress, without having his desires satisfied, she should, with his permission, lay him down on his back and give him assistance by acting his part. She may also do this to satisfy the curiosity of her lover, or for her own desire of novelty. There are 2 ways of doing this. The first is when Congress, she turns around. Okay, you know what? Okay, we're just going to put a double extra warning here. We'll pin it to the top, just in case people don't know. I just want to make sure everybody's aware. Okay. Let's see. At such a time, with flowers in her hair hanging loose, and her smiles broken by hard breathings, she should press upon her lover's bosom with her own breasts, and lowering her head frequently, she should do in return the same actions which he used to do before. Returning his blows and chaffing him, should say, I was lain down by you, and fatigued with hard congress. I shall now therefore lay you down in return. By the way, in 30 seconds, there's going to be an ad. We'll take a little break. Let me just finish these last two sentences. She should then again manifest her own bashfulness, her fatigue, and her desire of stopping the Congress. In this way, she should do the work of a man, which we shall presently relate. Okay, we'll be right back. Alright, hopefully we're almost back. So, shall we continue? Let me find my spot. Okay. Whatever is done by a man for giving pleasure to a woman is called the work of a man, and is as follows. While the woman is lying on his bed, and as it were abstracted by his conversation, he should loosen the knot of her undergarments, and when she begins to dispute with him, he should overwhelm her with kisses. Then, when his lingam is erect, he should touch her with his hands in various places, and gently Refly said, in what weird cavities will we discover tongues ending up in this time? I think that what we discovered earlier takes the cake. I cannot unsee that, and I will be showing my husband that later. I mean, not myself, I won't be doing it, but I will be showing him the diagram, and that will really, open his eyes. My eyes are wide open. Oh, I'm so glad that you're entertained, Luther. I'm really glad. What if you can't get it out? Oh no, what if it gets stuck? Oh my god. Oh no. Could you theoretically suffocate yourself by doing that? I mean, you said that you could even, so Luther even said, you can reach down towards your tonsils, etc. Theoretically. Ooh. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get stuck down there. Is it not possible to choke? I know, right? Bodies are fascinating. What's something weird a weird fact that you know about a body? Let me think if I know any weird body facts. No, I don't have too many peculiarities with my body. Mine is just like my joints. My joints are hypermobile, so my what is this? My radius will come up way further than it's supposed to. It kind of scares people how my elbow kind of bends backwards. Air can go through your tear gland. Oh, you know what? I read about that with a Ripley's Believe It or Not. Somebody was able to squirt things through their tear gland. Yeah, I've seen a picture of that. It was like somebody who could squirt ink through their tear gland. Well, they would put it would be the air, right? So they put the ink in their eye and then squirt the air, and the air would force the ink out. Yeah, that's something we can do. Luther says you can, yes, but I don't really see how it could happen, since the natural tendency of the tongue is to go back to normal. I think even if the tongue did get stuck, one could easily dislodge it with a finger. But again, never happened to me. Okay, that's fair. Huh. Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, shall we continue? With this very spicy paragraph, might I add, that when his lingam is erect, he should touch her with his hands in various places, and gently manipulate various parts of her body. If the woman is bashful, and if it is the first time that they have come together, the man should place his hands between her thighs, which she would probably keep close together, as if she is a very young girl. He should first get his hands upon her breasts, which she would probably cover with her own hands, and under her armpits and on her neck. Okay, we're good. If, however, she is a seasoned woman, he should do whatever is agreeable either to him or to her, and whatever is fitting for the occasion. After this, he should take hold of her hair and hold her chin in his fingers for the purpose of kissing her. Triggered by the word. I told you I need to check throughout the throughout the stream just to make sure. I'm deciding whether to buy it or not. It's a huge investment. Buying an entire container of the deodorant, hippie deodorant. On this, if she is a young girl, she would become bashful and close her eyes. Anyhow, he should gather from the action of the woman what things would be pleasing to her during Congress. You practice with a cow tongue? Ew! Ew, I didn't need to know that. Gross. While a man is doing to the woman what he likes best during Congress, he should always make a point of pressing those parts of her body on which she turns her eyes. The signs of the enjoyment and satisfaction of the woman are as follows. Her body relaxes, she closes her eyes, she puts aside all bashfulness, and shows increased willingness to unite the two organs as closely together as possible. On the other hand, the signs of her want of enjoyment and of failing to be satisfied are as follows. She shakes her hands, she does not let the man get up, she feels dejected, bites the man, kicks him, and continues to go on moving after the man is finished. In such cases, the man should rub the yoni of the woman with his hand and fingers, as the elephant rubs anything with his trunk. And before engaging in Congress until it is softened, and after that is done, he should proceed to put his lingam into her. Luther says, no, but I did have a chance to try a dish with that in France. Too bad I didn't. I think I could go my whole life without sampling that type of dish. I think I'm good. Yeah, I won't do that. I won't do tripe. Tripe is very common in like Chinese cooking. Oh, and then they had intestines. As a delicacy. There was like a really traditional dish where they had pork intestines, and that was quite something. That was really something. I will not be trying that again. What? So if she does not want it, grab him by the yoni? Yeah, you gotta grab him by the yoni. Don't let him get away. Don't let him get away. The acts to be done by the man are moving forward, friction or churning, piercing, rubbing, pressing, giving a blow, the blow of a boar, the blow of a bull, and the sporting of a sparrow. So Trump was just following the Kama Sutra. Oh, God. No, the yoni is the penis. I thought we established this. Wait, am I confused? No, the yoni is the jaghana. The jaghana is something else. So Trump did not have it yet. No. You have an incorrect understanding, Refly, of the terminology. Fuck. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm sitting here gaslighting Refly. Okay. I need to rethink all of this. Great. Well, it wouldn't have been the first time. I gaslight Refly all the time. Great. Now I've got to read it all over again. I know. I've just had the wrong idea this whole time. As I've been visualizing. Hi Duncan, welcome. It's okay, I don't know where it is or where it goes either. Well, literally, we're reading this book and I'm even more confused than I was when I started. Yeah, this is truly something. We're learning a lot today. So we're currently reading the chapter on women acting the part of a man. But we're just getting caught up in the terminology. Duncan, I hope the rest of your stream went well yesterday. That was really fun. You did Duncan did like it was like brackets with food reviewers. And it wasn't just like any food reviewers, it was small creators. I really love how Duncan's always supporting really small creators. Like people with only a few subscribers or views. So it's really fun to see what he digs up. People are really out there trying their best to create things, just for the sake of creating. So, yeah, if you're ever in need of like inspiration, I would say just like do a deep dive on YouTube. Look and find. Sometimes YouTube recommends channels to me that have only like 1 view, 2 views, and sometimes those are the best videos. The most recent one that I found, we already did a deep dive on this, but I figured I'd bring it back just as a reminder. Find my liked videos. It was that woman with the opossum. The Pearlstein Prophecy. Let's see if she released anything else. This is like niche YouTube. This is what YouTube was made for. Buy the book, Pearls of Wisdom. Advice from a dead squirrel who knows everything. When we needed her most, she returned. I love how she has a dedicated fan base. From the river to the sea. Oh dear. I've been watching Me Pearl since the times Imodium. I like how the possum chew for a very long time every bite. This is art. See, I agree with this. She's just talking about the squirrel. So I think I could be misinterpreting this, but she worships an entity known as Pearl, which is a squirrel, which is here in the background. And she has her little pet possum, and she's talking about the wisdom shared by the squirrel. When I unearthed it, I felt like I was unearthing like some artifact of a different dimension. And that's really fun when you find that on YouTube. Yeah, people are really out there doing fun stuff. We need a Kama Sutra written from the female perspective. That might be enlightened. Duncan, you are on the right track. You know why? Because we were talking about writing Kama Sutra 2.0. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be getting together as a community and writing Kama Sutra 2.0. We've already been taking notes on what will be included, what won't be included. And you know what? I'm just going to say right now, that whole tongue thing, that's not going to be included. I will not be including that. That is forbidden knowledge that should stay forbidden. Remember, where does a yoni egg go? That'll tell you what is what. Right. That definitely cleared things up. It's a very noble journey. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes you just gotta... Okay, well, let's read, shall we? Let's read. Number 1. When the organs are brought together properly and directly, it is called moving the organ forward. Number 2. When the lingam is held with the hand and turned all round in the yoni, it is called churning. When the yoni is... Number 3. When the yoni is lowered and the upper part of it is struck with the lingam, it is called piercing. Number 4. When the same thing is done on the lower part of the yoni, it is called rubbing. Number 5. When the yoni is pressed by the lingam for a long time, it is called pressing. These aren't very creative things. Oh, there's some creative stuff down here. Just wait. When the lingam is removed to some distance from the yoni and then forcibly strikes it, it is called giving a blow. When only one part of the yoni is rubbed with the lingam, it is called the blow of a boar. Okay, thank you, Luther, for being here. I hope you have a good night and enjoy your crispy rice. Hi, Ulysses. I'm doing well. How are you? We're back to reading the Kama Sutra, having a much better day than we were yesterday. So that's good. Number 8. When both sides of the yoni are rubbed in this way, it is called the blow of a bull. Number 9. When the lingam is in the yoni and moved up and down frequently and without being taken out, it is called the sporting of a sparrow. This takes place at the end of Congress. When a woman acts the part of a man, she has the following things to do in addition to the 9 given above: the pair of tongs, the top, and the swing. Okay. I'm intrigued. Ulysses is doing good. You're playing some Minecraft. Nice. I like Minecraft. I haven't played it in a long time, but I used to be really into Minecraft. Although, I know when I'm really dopamine deficient, I don't play Minecraft in the best way. Because what I do is I'll open Minecraft on survival, and I'll just be running. I'll just be running and running and running. And I'll be like, where's a village? And I'll run until I find a village. And sometimes that'll take like 20, 30 minutes of just consistent running until I like almost starve. I'll like get some pork or like some meat along the way. As long as you don't spawn in like a desert or something. Are you one of those people who, like, if you spawn in the wrong biome, you're just like, nope, and you redo it? That's what I do. If I spawn in a birch forest, I'm like, nope, doing this again. I refuse. Oh my gosh, hello. Let's see. Should I call you Sklo Gamer? Let me know. Let me know what you would like to be called. Greetings, new reader and writer in the community. You're a new reader and writer? Well, greetings to you. We are reading and writing, I promise. We're reading but we are reading the Kama Sutra. So just be warned. I put a warning at the top as well. There is some graphic content. So many curls. Thank you. I like my hair too. Danny says, oh, I thought you were reading something else. Nah, I'm reading the Kama Sutra. It's good. I mean, so we're right in the meat of it. We're right in the like climax of it, basically. But afterwards, there's gonna be some really good passages on relationships and love, and it's comprehensive. Like the whole thing isn't just about sex. It's about like how to find a good partner, how to be a good partner, how to have lasting love, and be playful consistently throughout your relationship. Like, it's so many things. You have curly hair too, but it defies gravity. Does it? Oh, you mean it kind of comes up like this? Well, my hair is a bit flat today because I showered earlier, so usually my hair has more volume to it. And later, at our next break, I might go and like put some product in it and make it a bit bigger. I can handle graphic because I survived 50 Shades of Grey novels. Oh, okay. Danny says the only partners I have is my PS5 and PC. Well, they can keep you warm at night. Does your PS5 get really hot? I know my PC gets really, really hot, and in fact, sometimes I have to turn the fan on. Except my husband stole my fan, so it might overheat. Okay, we're about to read about the pair of tongs. Let's read. Number 1. When the woman holds the lingam in her yoni, draws it in, presses it, and keeps it thus in her for a long time, it is called the pair of tongs. Number 2. When, while engaged in congress, she turns round like a wheel, it is called the top. This is learned by practice only. Well, I am not practiced. Whoa. Okay. Learning some new things today. Toned. Number 3. When on such an occasion the man lifts up the middle part of his body and the woman turns round her middle part, it is called the swing. Sklo Gamer said, my gaming laptop is so hot. I lay it upside down and have a fan blow out it. Oh, yeah. Speaking of hot things. The PS5 can overheat too if you stand it upright, like a lover. Wait, is the PS5 the one that everybody was making fun of the design of it? Now I gotta look this up. It's the one that's shaped like this. The one that's shaped like a yoni, right? Yeah. The one that's shaped like a yoni. Yeah. But everybody wanted one. Everybody was making fun of it, but at the same time, everybody wanted one. So they really did good marketing with this. Yoni Station. I've never been a PlayStation enjoyer, you guys. Does that make me... does that take away some points? The PS6 better be flat. Yeah, I don't like the idea of standing it up like this. I always enjoy the flat. You know, like the Wii was that... Well, I guess the Wii you could have put upright. Although I always judge people who put the Wii upright like this. You could lay it down flat. You could have and then we had the Xbox, the original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and all of those laid down flat. And then suddenly you got this thing that's just standing up like it wants to be its own art piece or something. I like my consoles the opposite of how I like my women. Flat. Hi, Spider. Welcome back. Spider, we're talking about PS5s and Yonis. Yeah. Yeah, my friends had a PlayStation, and I would go over there and play, like, we'd go play Frogger, and then we'd play, a little bit of Crash Bandicoot, but not much. Is flat equal to skinny? No. I think he means boobs. Which is tragic, by the way, because I am flat. Yeah. Flat. Mormons only allow Frogger. Well, yeah. Frogger and a little bit of Crash Bandicoot. Spyro zooms in. Oh, you have a bunch of old consoles? Yeah, my family has a bunch of old consoles as well. Classics. I would play, we've already played on this stream, but we played Madagascar on the original Xbox. Fusion Frenzy. Mods post the cup size in chat. Oh dear. I'll post my measurements. Do women actually do that on Twitch? Oh boy. Okay. When the woman is tired, she should place her forehead on that of her lover, and should take rest without disturbing the union of the organs. And when the woman has rested herself, the man should turn round and begin the congress again. There are also some verses on the subject as follows. Though a woman is reserved and keeps her feelings concealed, yet when she gets on top of a man, she then shows all of her love and desire. A man should gather from the actions of the woman of what disposition she is, and what way she likes to be enjoyed. A woman during her monthly courses, a woman who has been lately confined, and a fat woman should not be made to act the part of a man. That's tragic. This is not inclusive. This is not size inclusive. Yeah. It's showing. The age of this is showing. This is a 2,000-year-old text. Mine are 44, 34, and 46. Thank you, Duncan. Oh, wait, now I'm confused. Headshot. 48C gives backaches. Yeah. No, I'm glad. I'm glad to be a flat girl. Because that means I can actually, like, wear shirts without wearing a bra and just be fine. Fine. It's, like, borderline fine. Like, actually, for example, I went into work yesterday with a shirt and I was not wearing a bra. It was a thick shirt. You couldn't have told. You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. I felt like I was fully professional. There are some shirts like this one, which I probably wouldn't wear to work, just because I know that for me, I don't personally care. But I know that there are some places that do care about professionality. Spider's watching this on your new laptop. Nice. Congratulations on your new laptop. Not fine when you enter a building with the AC on. Right. I'm confused. But yeah. No, I'm glad to have small boobs. It just sounds painful. Like, I enjoy being able to run without having to... without having to worry of, like, things going up and down. Oh, okay, thanks for explaining it. Refly, you literally forget. I tell people this every single stream. I grew up Mormon, and so my brain is just fundamentally wired a different way. And you can't fault me for that. So whatever you say, whatever euphemism you say, I'm just gonna take it at face value. Hi Orange. Orange, how you doing today? Good morning. Do you have to wear fancy clothes at work? Oh yeah, at your job? At the bar? Yeah, for me, my work is it's a bit more casual. Not like casual. I saw somebody wearing jeans. Cause like the clients don't really care. In fact, I feel like if I were to wear something more formal, it would just kind of create more distance between me and the clients. Me and the students that I'm teaching. And if we make it seem more like we're peers, then I feel like there's more closeness. Cause yeah, for me, like with my teaching style, like I'm very casual. Because when you're teaching adults, you want to take them seriously. You don't want to be like this authoritarian, like, you know what I mean? You want to just be like, hey, let's help each other out. You're learning and that there's no power imbalance here. Like, I just happen to know this language and you just happen to have never learned it before. I mean, I don't speak your language, so, you know, like, we can all just be adults, learn together, make mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, there does run the risk of being too casual, though. I've had a couple students who are, like, class clowns. There's no naughty corner then. Yeah, getting people to... Yeah, that's an interesting topic, is like getting people to, with adults, they're there of their own free will. And so you kind of have to like decide, like, if they don't want to use the time wisely, then what's a naughty corner? If they don't want to use the time wisely, then that's their choice. But you can do things like one of the other students, the level one's, teacher, she'll be like, girl, what are you doing? Girl. Kind of a disproving, like, if she sees somebody slacking off, she'll come over and she'll be like, girl, what are you doing? And, so you could be kind of, like, joking and, like, playful disciplining, but, like, you don't want to, it's a very fine line between... disciplining like you would a child and disciplining in a way that like empowers the person to want to learn and want to try. Because one thing that is very similar among children and adults is that they give up pretty easily. Everyone, nobody wants to feel embarrassed. Everybody wants to make it seem like they know what they're doing. And so, like, coming in and learning English is really a really hard thing for people to do. as a full-grown adult. Like a profession, like these people in their country that they came from, that they fled from, they were working professionals, and they kind of lost everything. They kind of gave up everything to be here. And so it's like learning English, being in English class is kind of a reminder of everything they lost. Right. Are there feedback cards given to your boss? I think that they do surveys, yeah, with the students. Again, I'm just a substitute, so the students don't really give feedback about me. That's one of the nice things about being a substitute, is you're not there. Hey, it's like the Batman quote of, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I like how I'm there just enough time that like people know me and they enjoy me, but not too much time that they get sick of me. New nickname, Yap. Okay, well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Refly? God. What can I do? Just tell me and I'll do it. Would you like me to keep reading? I'll read. Okay, fine. He just couldn't handle the fact that I'm not reading chapter 9, which is Mouth Congress. Oh God. We're now going to be reading about Mouth Congress. There are two kinds of eunuchs, those that are disguised as males and those that are disguised as females. Eunuchs disguised as females initiate... Okay, reading mode. Imitate their dress, speech, gestures, tenderness, timidity, simplicity, softness, and bashfulness. The acts that are done on the jaghana, or middle parts of women, are done in the mouths of these eunuchs, and this is called aparishtaka. These eunuchs derive their imaginable pleasure and their livelihood from this kind of congress, and they lead the life of courtesans. So much concerning eunuchs is disguised as females. Eunuchs must have been common back then. Yeah, I mean, I only knew about in ancient China. Yap Marissa is just a better nickname. Yeah, what can I say? I like to yap. That's why I'm a streamer. Unix was an early operating system. Yeah, so here I'll put it in the chat in case you're curious. Here's the way it's spelled in the book. But I remember learning about it in Chinese society, like especially when we visited the Forbidden City in Beijing. We got to explore the quarters of the eunuchs because they're like an essential part of the court. There's like hundreds of people in an emperor's court. I think it's really tragic. Why'd you visit the Forbidden City? It's forbidden. Well, nothing these days is forbidden anymore. We kind of ruined everything. I know. They let us in. They let us in somehow. Us and like 10,000 other people at one time. It's literally, if you go to the Forbidden City, you'll be shoulder to shoulder with like 10,000 other Chinese people. With loud echoing tours. So you really feel like you're in ancient China. When they got the speakers, they got the speakers and the megaphones, and you'll hear like 10 different tour groups, and they turn the speaker up to maximum volume. And it's the most obnoxious thing you've ever heard. Okay, let me find a picture of when it's really crowded. Okay, this isn't bad. This is like a slow day. The permitted city. Yeah. The permitted city. And when we were there, they actually had recently opened up a place that had been closed for like, I want to say several hundred years. Do they have actors reenacting eunuch life? Oh, I don't remember from this place. I know with the poetry place, they did have an actor reenacting the ancient Chinese poet. Okay, this is really slow. So on a regular day, imagine like shoulder to shoulder people, like literally this whole plaza is just full of people. Here's a good picture. Yeah, this is more like it. It's quite expansive, and it's like right in the heart of Beijing, so but it's really a pain to get to. They close off the because okay, let me see if I remember. There's the Forbidden City, and then there's Tiananmen, like Tiananmen Square. And everything around Tiananmen Square is very heavily monitored and blocked off. And so if you try and they like close the street on unknown days. They don't announce when they close the street. They just do. So it's really hard to get there by car. You have to basically walk several blocks to get there. But we stayed at when we were there, we stayed at the Beijing Hotel. And that was only a few blocks away. So we could just walk. Yeah, so the Forbidden City is no longer forbidden, but Tiananmen Square is forbidden. Some days they open it, but on the days we were there, it just happened to be closed to tourists. But every single block you will have like a police checkpoint where they check your passports, and then like they won't let you move in certain ways, like. Some sidewalks are completely closed off, so you need to go underground or you need to cross the street. It's all very secretive. Probably triggering the monitoring bots, perhaps. Well, I mean, I think this is really interesting. Now you got me yapping on something very interesting, which is irony. I think this is all incredibly ironic. Because like for decades, America has criticized China for being a police state, like having really, really severe surveillance. And every single time we travel to China, all my friends and family are like, "Oh, is it scary there? There's so many cameras there." Blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if you guys realize, but Flock in America is being implemented in basically every city. AI cameras in basically every city. Like they're trying to put them in like every block that has traffic. So we're basically doing exactly the same thing. How ironic how it's named Flock. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just think it's incredibly ironic because we sit here and we criticize the heavy surveillance in China. And actually, you know what? The Chinese surveillance system does some things well. And like some of the, at least some of the aspects are actually genuinely for the safety of the citizens and like for improving the lives of everyday citizens. With these Flock cameras, I don't know. I don't know what these things are here for. I don't think they're put in the interests of a common citizen. Yeah. They have giant rubber ducks there. No, refly. No, things that serious do not happen anymore. Orange says, yes, but in the US it's peaceful, democratic, nice AI cameras. Right. Right. The only thing I would say is like, if you hear anything about a specific country, I would encourage you to like go there, travel there and see it for yourself. because you might be surprised at like what information your country feeds you about the other countries. And like America is really good at inventing propaganda about China. That's false. So I mean, I'm not saying like the Chinese administration is without issues and problems, but I just think it's really interesting how things work out. Anyway, I want to go back to China. I want to go back. I want to go visit there again. Okay, should we keep reading about Mouth Congress? The transitions are like whiplash. The whiplash of the transitions that we're doing here is just, I guess it comes from the fact I'm a bit afraid that if I delve too deep into, if I take this text too seriously, it'll like scare people away. Or like it'll make me seem creepy or weird. And so I'll pivot to a different topic to prove that I am actually a level-headed woman. Okay, let's read about Mouth Congress. It's not like you're reenacting it. Okay, fair. Thank you, Orange, for that. Thank you for that. We are educating ourselves here. Eunuchs disguised as males keep their desires secret, and when they wish to do anything, they lead the life of shampooers. Under the pretense of shampooing... See, this is fascinating. They were mentioning shampooing earlier, and I was so confused. Under the pretense of shampooing, a eunuch of this kind embraces and draws toward himself the thighs of the man who he is shampooing, and after this he touches the joints of his thighs and his jaghana, or central portions of his body. Then, if he finds the lingam of the man erect, he presses it with his hands and chaffs him for getting into that state. If after this, and after knowing his intention, the man does not tell the eunuch to proceed, then the latter does it of his own accord and begins the congress. If, however, he is ordered by the man to do it, then he disputes with him, and only consents at last with difficulty. Literally shampoo. I think so. I think what they mean is like, someone that bathes you. Is that what they did in ancient India? Is like they would have a servant that would wash your hair for you? Why would you need somebody to... I don't know. That's kind of lazy, man. You can't wash your own hair? Yeah, this is the eunuch section. I would not trust anyone to wash this hair. Just saying. I have my own specific technique. I can't just let anybody lay their hands on my scalp. It would be good to hear the eunuch perspective on all this. Right? Well, I don't think eunuch perspectives were allowed in any way, anywhere. I guess I'm not familiar. How does one become a eunuch? Wonder if it depends on the caste, the eunuch section. Wait, now I want to look at this up. Eunuchs. Oh yeah, the original AT&T eunuchs. Multi-user operating system. Ivan's familiar. Ivan's very familiar with Unix. Well, the funny thing is, okay, Orange, the funny thing is that I actually didn't know you were making a joke. I just thought that you spelled it that way. And I just rolled with it. I was like, okay, that's a cool way to spell it. That doesn't say anything about you. That just says things about me and about how I just like accept things at face value. Hi, DCI. Fall off a bike at 120 miles per hour. What? Did you do that? Did that happen to you? The operating system. Yes. Let's clarify. Ivan is an expert at the operating system Unix. And anything else was a misinterpretation. Oh, that's how to become a eunuch. No, fortunately. And only nerds would know what Unix is. Okay. We're not helping Ivan out here. Let's continue reading. The following 8 things are then done by the eunuch, one after the other. The nominal congress, biting the sides, pressing outside, pressing inside, kissing, rubbing, and sucking a mango fruit. What? Sucking a mango fruit. I'm very intrigued to see what this one is. And swallowing up. I don't know if I can read this. At the end of each of these, the eunuch expresses his wish to stop. But when one of them is finished, the man desires him to do another. And after that is done, then the one that follows it, and so on. I'll never look at a mango the same way again, I know. Why, of all things, did it have to be a mango? Number 1. When holding the man's lingam with his hand and placing it between his lips, the eunuch moves it about his mouth. It is called the nominal congress. Number 2. When covering... I promise you guys this is the last chapter of intense congress. The rest of the chapters are gonna be more philosophical. I bet. Oh my gosh. Jess, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Oh my gosh. You raided at a very interesting time, my friend. Hopefully you're prepared. What were you doing? Were you gaming? I know it's been a while. Yeah, I'm usually streaming when you're streaming, unfortunately. But you guys, check out Jess. She's really nice. And also, if you have any questions about astronomy, she's your gal. So, and I think we've got some astronomy enjoyers in here. We've got some astronomy enjoyers and astrology enjoyers. So, a mix of both. That's okay, that means I can come here. Well, great. I hope I don't scare you away. Should we pivot to it? Because we're literally in the middle of the lingam being in the mouth. So perhaps let's pivot to something else just for a minute. Let me go to my Reddit. Let me find something. Oh yeah, have you guys heard of... Can someone explain this to me? What? What's so funny about astrology? What are you Oh, right. That's the non-science one. Guess which one I like. No, I actually do like astronomy. And I'm actually not an astrology girl. I'm not... Anyway, can anyone explain this to me? I just thought it was funny. I saw it and I thought it was funny, but also I did not understand a single sentence of what was happening. Did I hear you right? You stayed up late again because you got lost in the hermeneutic circle while reconstructing Bad Baby's psychological profile. Has this ever happened to you? I think what this gives is it gives like ending up at a really random YouTube video at 3 a.m. explaining like something you had no interest in learning about. I haven't mapped the psychological profile of Bad Baby specifically, but I will say I've done that probably of like Trisha Paytas or perhaps Amelia Fart, who are perhaps more psychologically sound. I went to a witch museum at the weekend and it was just full of sex stuff. They are sex people. Oh, really? Interesting. A witch museum. So wait, it didn't have anything about like like actual witches? You mean the Salem witch trials type stuff? It sounds awesome. Well, I guess when you go to a museum for one purpose, and it ends up being something completely different, I could see how you would be disappointed. Hopefully you weren't disappointed, DCI. But the place where I live has a few different, like, witchy stores. In fact, my favorite cafe... Wait, let me show you guys my favorite cafe. I'll show you guys my favorite... Oh, do not pull up maps. How dare you? Okay, just making sure it's not showing my location, because that would be really rude. That would be so rude. They spelled calendar wrong. They spelled calendar wrong. It's okay, they tried their best. Isn't calendar spelled with an A? It's alright. It's alright. Do they have a... Come on, they gotta have pictures. Oh, here it is. So they got these really cool, like, crystal chairs. So you can actually sit on this giant geode. Like a chair. They got here are the chakras. And, different... I thought, this might be a good place to sell if I ever sold my mycelium sculptures. Oh, thank you. My keyboard, yeah, is really fun. This is my first official keyboard. I mean, this, like, with this whole setup, I recently transitioned away from having a laptop to having a PC setup. So I got this keyboard and it's been really nice. It's like my favorite part. Oh, it was all actual stuff, but 80% sex stuff. Like sacred rocks in the shape of a vulva. Well, when a bunch of women get together, I guess I could see that happening. Oh, shoot. Sorry, DCI. I can't see the link you sent. But if you send it to me on Discord, I can check it out. Wait, they have a sacred crystal chamber? Wait, I missed this. What? I need to go back here and find this wait, oh, you have to pay to go in there. Each session is 12. How much is it? Oh, I tried to click on it, but that didn't work. Looks like it's like $20-something per hour. Okay, I don't know if I'd pay that much to go in the Sacred Crystal Chamber, but I do feel left out that they didn't let me in. Oh yeah, so they got all these like crystal mushrooms. The store itself is just so nice. I mean, they're like burning incense all the time. They have all these crystals, and they have a cafe. And I always go to the cafe and order a sacred cacao, and it's delicious. These kind of things are not really my thing, but I really enjoy the people who use them, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm an honorary woo-woo person. I'm not actually woo-woo, I'm just like, I like to be included. I like to be included. Like I'll go get a sound bath and they'll tell me about the benefits of the sound bath and how it will like open your third eye and like help you align your chakras and whatnot. And I'm just excited to be there and listen to the pretty sounds. Love being a little woo. I know, like there's nothing wrong with being a little woo-woo, you know? You can dabble in so many different things. I love expanding my horizons. Wait, Orange, have you never had a sound bath before? Oh, you're missing out, my friend. So have you seen these sound bowls before? So what they'll do is they'll take this, I don't know what it's called, like a tool, and they'll run it around the outside of the sound bowl. And it makes this really loud ringing sound. You've probably done it as a child, like, you know, if you run your finger around a glass with water in it, it'll make that humming and ringing sound. And so like people do that as adults, and they have like a whole array of different bowls, singing bowls that they'll, and so it can range from like being super elaborate, like having like a rain stick that it has filled with sand or like other debris, and it makes rain sounds when you shift it up and down. You can have like a little xylophone and little wind chime. And what it's supposed to do is like give you, it's supposed to put you in a meditative state and like change your, oh dang it, I didn't snooze the ad. Oh my god, I'm sorry you guys, I didn't snooze the ad. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, are you guys almost back? Ah, I'm so impatient. 3 minutes is such a long time. It says there's 40 seconds left. Tragic. Well, some of us are subscribed. That was so passive aggressive. I did not mean it in the way it sounded. I mean that some people have subscriptions now. Ivan said, I got invited to a party where they had a chakra bowl session. I don't think they were ready for my critique. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because, like, I know. No, they were not ready, Ivan. They were not ready. You can't just whip that out. Oh. Oh, no. Ivan, do you... Okay, I do want to ask. Like, are you able to go to these spaces and, like, really hold back your thoughts? Or do you, like... Yes, he's kind. Well, okay, I well, DCI's not. No, I think you should be kind. I think you should be kind. I don't know. It kind of gives the vibe of, like, showing up to, like, showing up to a bunch of kids on Christmas and telling them that Santa Claus isn't real. You know what I mean? DCI said, no, I've grown up with too much jingle jangle. Yeah, you did tell me about that. So I can see how it would really bother you. Or, like, you have a really personal, attachment to that. Yeah, I should talk to somebody about it. Well, that's up to you. So anyway, oh yeah, so I was explaining what a sound bath is. So Orange, so it's best if you lay down flat to receive the sound better. And then it can even cause you to have visuals, like similar to psychedelic visuals. If you really focus hard enough, and it might give you tingling sensation. It does get quite loud, so usually what I do is I bring earplugs. The sound is just too much. The energy is just too intense. Not ready to receive that much energy yet. DCI said, I went to a waterfall too, and they ruined it with woo-woo ribbons and statues of deities in meditation rooms. And I'm pretty sure I heard a drum circle, and I just wanted to see the waterfall without spiritual propaganda. See, this is interesting. This is interesting. So it really bothers you that much then, to see stuff like that? Let me ask you this, like, do you just have this urge to, like, tell people, the truth? Like, do you have an idea in your mind that, like, if you just tell them the truth, if they come to accept the truth, that they will somehow live happier lives? I might be putting that really blunt. I really am trying to understand. And I'm not, like, trying to single you out. I've met many people like this, and I guess, I'm just trying to understand that perspective. Hi, Mia. How's it going? Oh my gosh, welcome. Mia, we were talking about spirituality and sound baths. Well, we were reading and writing. Or not writing. We're in the reading and writing category for a reason. We're reading the Kama Sutra. But we were right smack dab in the middle of a of a very we'll just call it intense moment. And we had a lovely raid, and I figured maybe we should pivot a bit before we return to that. Can we have a Kama Sutra book about love and not sex? Well, Reflight, don't worry. We're almost done with the sex part, and in fact, I'm considering even just skipping it. Because there's so many chapters about, like, this one's about acquiring a wife, a marriage, creating confidence in women, courtship. So we could just skip. I mean, if that's interesting to people, the intense graphic scenes. I was just reading those because I thought it was interesting. But yeah, I'm fine to do whatever. Oh wow, yeah, I know. Wow, indeed. I didn't know there was a book, Mia. I thought it was just a diagram. No, there's a full book about everything. Everything is revealed. Whether you like it or not. And we spent many days streaming this. Ivan said, it depends. I have friends on Facebook who were making astrology posts. I kind of ignored them until someone was getting advice not to look for a job while Mercury was in retrograde. That is BS, and I won't stay quiet about people saying harmful nonsense. Okay, I can see that. Like, where you would want to step in if you see misinformation that's harmful. Yeah. I think there are certain things that, in order to participate in society, you need to accept certain truths. So if somebody gets so woo-woo to the point that they, like, don't want to get vaccinations, etc., that's where I feel like I would draw the line. In that, I know that's like a huge can of worms, but I do actually encounter a lot of people in my community who are, like, super anti-vaccination. And for me, what I think is there are certain things you have to accept if you participate in a society. You live in a society. Whether you like it or not, you should do it. Like, maybe it's not objectively true or right, but like, it is in the case of living in a society. It's something you should do. If you live in a society, you should try your best to reduce harm to others. That's my opinion. DCI said, well, yes, but I won't tell people I don't like or care about. If I don't like them, then I feel kind of like they don't get to know what I think. I kind of save it for those worthy. Oh, I see. Ivan said, it doesn't matter if they're happy with their woo. We should speak truth over this nonsense superstition. The truth matters. We have proven that astrology is bunk and people should no longer be victims of the delusion. Again, I can see your perspective in terms of like, if somebody's like actively profiting and preying on other people for this type of thing, which is very common on like Instagram and social media. Oh my god, the woo-woo community on social media is really parasitic, where people will pay to have like a certain reading or spiritual guidance or like to the point of like asking people very big life decisions what to do. I feel like in that, when there's like money involved, when there's personal stakes involved, yeah, we should be careful of that. But if it's just like, oh yeah, I'm a Taurus, so this means that. Like I'm seeing certain patterns and oh, I'm a Taurus and you're a Leo and we get along. And you know, it's kind of like it's like social currency. Like the more you know about your astrology sign, the more you can relate to another person who knows about their sign. I see no harm in that. I see no harm in that at all. But yeah, when you bring money into it, ooh, I don't think so. Ulysses says, I really like doing tarot reading. Yeah, I mean, I have a tarot set. Let me find my tarot. I used to do a tarot reading every stream, actually. Believe it or not. But it did end up feeling disingenuous. And so I stopped. I do want to give it the respect it deserves. I felt like I couldn't, so I didn't do it anymore. But yeah, I like the cards. This one's a Hanged Man. It actually matches my background a lot too. This one's a Trust of Water. I draw a line at grabbing the yoni. Jess says, it's so funny when people talk about retrograde when the definition is literally just appears to be moving backward. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it is funny. I'm sure it is funny to someone who really understands what these things are, you know. But the way I see it is just like, if it's something that's really meaningful for you, it's giving your life meaning. Did somebody forage a bad mushroom? Refly got an elfin saddle mushroom. Oh dear. That's toxic. Don't you know that's toxic? Oh, this looks toxic. Hold on, let me show you. I'm sorry, that just looks poisonous. I would not eat that. It kind of looks like a woodier mushroom, a little bit. But that does not look like a tasty snack, if you ask me. Anyway, but like I'm in spaces where people talk about like having spirit guides and having mystical experiences and journeys. And for me personally, I don't believe in those type of things. But I can see in people's eyes that it's magic to them. It's magical. So I see it as, who am I to take away their magic if it's not harming anybody? If no one's being harmed, if it's helping somebody like connect meaning to an otherwise meaningless existence, if it's helping somebody like get over a really like a tragic death in their family or something, like I hear stories of, and at the same time I do want to say it does require a lot of hubris to think that they're okay. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm backing away. I'm backing away from that. I'm not saying it. But I think we should leave the door open for the possibility that we as humans don't know everything fully, 100%. And so if something really does exist beyond there, I think, yeah. But I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to be mean with that. Ulysses says, I like to open doors of cosmic unknown. That may be true or not. It's harmless guidance between several directions that I'm struggling to choose. Yeah, sometimes you don't know like what direction you should take, and so sometimes having like something that inspires you, like an outside force that inspires you. It can even be something as simple as like rolling a dice and seeing what it lands on. DCI said it's not harmless guidance when it affects rational decisions. Yeah, I can see why you would say that. Why should a tarot reading aid your decision making? Well, DCI, let me ask you this. Have you ever, when making a decision, rolled a dice to help you decide? Or flipped a coin to help you decide? That's based on, random chance. You could say the same thing about tarot cards. It's just, people perceive it a bit differently, but it's kind of similar. Or choose whether to abort a child or continue a relationship. Yeah, those are pretty big decisions. For me personally, I don't know if I would leave it up to just random chance for that. Ivan says, if it is a game like I am Slytherin or my name is Sir Roger of Daltrey, that is harmless. But astrology literally means nothing. It doesn't correlate with personality or anything else. Jess says, as an astronomer, sometimes it's exciting / helpful to talk to people who like astrology because it's a common ground we can start on and discuss the history and how it evolved. See, I love this. I love this. I love the integration of two different ways of knowing. And I know I've been criticized for using that language before, but I really don't mean it the way you think I mean it. What I mean is, using it as a stepping stone to share information. I think that's awesome. That screams, do not eat me. No. Yeah, this literally screams, do not eat. Okay. Let me switch my thing. Ulysses says, why should I flip a coin to decide whether or not to do something? Sometimes we want to leave some decisions not to us. It's the same thing. It just has additional steps. See, that's what I was saying. I was saying the same thing, Ulysses. We're on the same wavelength. I don't need to embrace those things the same way I embrace reality, space, and time. I can just play with some concepts and make some experiments with my decision to see what happens. Refly an Ivan, raise an eyebrow. I wasn't like, okay. Inspectors, hi Inspector, I hope you're doing well. Do they believe that tarot/coin flip divinations are capital T true? Oh dear, I don't know. I'm glad you're here. Jess says, I do think the energy of the universe is a powerful thing that may manifest in many different ways that science may not fully understand, so for that reason, I am a bit woo-woo myself. I definitely agree that there are ways in which the universe, there are some things we fundamentally will never comprehend or understand. I believe that fully. So yeah, that's why I leave the door open. I'm like, if anything mystical were to happen, I'm receptive to that. I'm open to it. I'm like Ulysses. I go in with an open mind and heart. I try and give everything a fair shot. Like with my Vipassana experience, I gave that a fair shot as well. That ended up having some practical benefits. I didn't have any mystical experiences with it, but it had... Every time I approach things with an open mind, I feel like I receive so much, so many practical benefits from, like, learning something new. I wouldn't make big decisions that require personal accountability, but helping to choose between focusing on body maintenance or social maintenance when both options are very valid. Let's flip that coin. Yeah, exactly. Ivan said, there are things we don't know and some things we can never know. But woo is generally not in that category. Yeah. I think ultimately we can all agree that there are predatory aspects of any community. And the woo community is not immune to that. And that's bad. I think we can all agree that we need to be careful when delving into areas of life that involve intense meaning and purpose, you know? Because it's really easy to exploit people with that. You see it with religion, with spirituality, with anything of that sort. So, Mia said, I think some people have trouble connecting with how they really feel about some things. Yes. Astrology and tarot can help bridge that gap as they're up to interpretation. I agree. I don't think they were ever meant to be used to make decisions, but instead were used as advice / things to consider when making decisions. Kind of the same idea as religions. Yeah, I mean, you can even look at it as just like a source of introspection and inspiration. And that's not even something that's not something you can teach in schools, right? And so it's something you have to teach yourself. So I was finding that when I was reading the tarot cards, I was having to search deep within myself and like come up with, it's almost like pattern recognition. Like, see how I can create meaning from an otherwise meaningless time or existence. And that's special. And it also, like, if you're doing a tarot reading for another person, it requires that you kind of know the person or try and understand them. You look at them really closely, and then you're associating, like, okay, how do you think, if I pull this specific card, how is that going to relate to that person? It really, you can just look at it as, like, it helps you think about things deeper and more interpersonally and more introspectively, and that's special. So thank you for contributing that. Yeah, And yeah, again, I want to say I'm not a tarot expert, so anyone who has expertise can also give their 2 cents. Refly says, why does the woo community sound like a community that likes sex but are afraid to mention the words? You mean me? I still have a really hard time saying that word. I actually do. It's the trauma. It's the Mormon trauma. I see that word sometimes and it takes me like several seconds to get mentally prepared to read it out loud. It's like a cringing that's coming from inside my mouth as I'm trying to say it. Yeah. Ulysses says, when a religion fails to fill our existential hole, that leaves a vacuum that we try to fill up, and that could very easily be preyed upon. Yeah. Similar to Rorschach. What is this? I'm looking this up. It's a projective psychological test in which subjects' perceptions of ink block. Oh, the ink block test. Sorry, I'm struggling with language today. When I have like high anxiety days, my language abilities, my speaking abilities are inhibited. I tend to mumble. The ink blot test. Yeah, we kind of do this in psychology, don't we? Ivan says, that sounds like an appropriate use. Something aesthetic and entertaining. Yeah. Well, I think ultimately, like, what I want to say in this... that one looks like is a Klingon bird of prey. Yes, that's what Ivan sees. And what does that tell us about Ivan? Let's think. What it tells me is that Ivan really likes Star Trek. I didn't need to be a psychologist to know that. This is something that I'm really passionate about, actually. And sometimes I don't know how to communicate it appropriately because I don't want to offend anybody. Wasn't doing the best job earlier, but we'll try again. Ultimately, what I want to say about this is that I think it's super important to try and approach things with an open mind, even if you have preconceived notions about it, even if, like, all the previous cases have said otherwise. Approach every new situation as if you're approaching it for the first time. If somebody comes up to you and says, this stone that I hold in my hand is very meaningful and here's why, I would invite people to just kind of accept that and accept. I'm not talking to anyone specifically. Can we all just get along? Okay, we'll leave it there. Shall we go back to the reading of the very graphic stuff? Yeah, that seems right. This seems like the appropriate time. People can find meaning in their rocks. That doesn't offend me. Yeah. If they think it wards off diabetes, then I'm concerned. Yeah. No, I can definitely agree with that. She gives the example of the stone as a metaphor for people who claim they can see auras. Yeah. Refly can read me like a book. Ulysses says, every time I disagree with the perspective, I try to remember that it is both likely that I know something they don't, or that they know something I don't. Yeah, I think that's a good approach. Yeah. It's something I need to work on as well. I mean, I proclaim to be this, like, extremely open-minded person. But that's just another label, right? If I see something that looks to me like it's closed-minded, then that's my thing, where I'm like, hey, that's not allowed. So I kind of do the same thing. So I need to work. Turns out it's impossible to be fully open-minded in every situation. Stones and rocks don't ward off diabetes. Everyone knows that. It's metals. Ulysses, you're so kind. Every time you come here, you have so many nice compliments for me. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You're so kind. You must have done a lot of growth and work to get to the point where you're at now. Because I see you in so many different communities, and you just have so much love to give. I want to get to that point where I'm just like this vessel of love. But I'm not there yet. Okay. I might skip these. I think we're gonna skip. Let's talk about the acquisition of a wife. Let's talk about marriage. When a girl of the same caste and a virgin is married in accordance with the precepts of Holy Writ, the results of such a union are the acquisition of Dharma and Artha, offspring, affinity, increase of friends, and untarnished love. For this reason, a man should fix his affections upon a girl who is of a good family, whose parents are alive, and who is 3 or more years younger than himself. She should be born of a highly respectable family, possessed of wealth, well-connected, and with many relations and friends. She should also be beautiful, of a good disposition, with lucky marks on her body, and with good hair, nails, teeth, ears, eyes, and breasts, neither more nor less than they ought to be. Don't we all love that? Breasts that are neither more nor less. They're just right. And no one of them entirely wanting, and not troubled with a sickly body. So we need to wipe up the top 0.00. Yeah, I will admit, this is a bit unrealistic. The man should, of course, also possess these qualities himself. And it proceeds to not even go into any of the characteristics. But at all events, a girl who has already been joined with others should never be loved, for it would be reproachable to do such a thing. Okay. Okay. Ulysses says, I still feel like I have so much to learn, and honestly, I don't think I'm smart at all. No, this is not allowed. This type of comment is not allowed in my chat. You know why?
Accept yourself. Others. It starts with you. It starts with you.
It starts with you. I think you're really smart. And I think you know people sometimes even better than they know themselves. And that's a skill. Dude, that is a skill. Beyond even what I would say, like, other types of intelligence. So 50-year-old divorced man did not follow the Kama Sutra? Wait, are you saying that I'm not in the top 0.001% of women? Rude. You're so rude. I can't believe this. Wow. Now I'm sad. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna go get water. 1 second. I'm letting you sit with that. Where's my water? Okay, I'm back. No, I'm saying he was chasing a married woman. We have neither confirmed nor denied. I can't even. I'm stumbling over my words. I just ran up the stairs. We can neither confirm nor deny his intentions with me. Still don't know for certain. Why does it not say she should have a good personality? And that's something you learn later on in marriage, and you kind of learn to regret. Like, oh, maybe I should have considered that instead of all the appearance-based things that eventually fade away over time. Ulysses said, also in the empathetic topic, I read an interesting perspective. You say you're an empathetic person, but that empathy doesn't extend to yourself. Are you really an empathetic person, or are you just putting everyone else's feelings before your own? Yeah, that's something important to ponder, I think. Okay, let's continue reading. Now, in order to bring... I'm sorry, you guys. We skipped all the eunuch shenanigans. This book is available on Gutenberg.org. So if you're really curious about the Mouth Congress and the eunuch loving and the... What's this one? Of the way how to begin and how to end the Congress. I might want to read that one, actually. We'll go back and read that one after this. You can read it by yourself. But now, in order to bring about a marriage with such a girl as described above, the parents and relations of the man should exert themselves, as also such friends on both sides as may be desired to assist in the matter. These friends should bring to the notice of the girl's parents the faults, both present and future, of all other men that may wish to marry her. Wait, so you're saying that you come to the girl's parents, you tell them, you gossip about why all the other men are not fit for your daughter. I'm browsing the wiki and I'm on the Wedding Dash. Do you remember Wedding Dash? That was fun. Come on, we had a good time playing that game. That was a while ago. That was like in the era of playing Cake Mania. We were playing Cake Mania. We're playing the clicker games. Those are really fun. I actually have been playing Cake Mania again recently. You need to have significant time between sessions so that it's like playing it again for the first time. Am I talking too loud? Oh, okay. I don't think I am. My husband is in a meeting. I would really like to see Freud perspectives on this book. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's definitely a product of its time. Written almost 2,000 years ago. So we have to give it some grace for that. We have to try and put ourselves in that position. But it's like reading it today, it kind of makes you wonder, like, ooh, there's so many things that could have been avoided, right? If they just knew about modern perspectives. One of the friends should also disguise himself. Wait. One of the friends should also disguise himself as an astrologer. So we're talking about astrology now. And declare the future good fortune and wealth of his friend by showing the existence of all lucky omens and signs. The good influence of planets, the auspicious entrance of the sun into the sign of the zodiac. See, these guys value astrology. Propitious stars and fortunate marks on his body. Others again should rouse the jealousy of the girl's mother by telling her that their friend has a chance of getting from some other quarter an even better girl than hers. See, astrology can tell you, what? Pornography. Hold on. That completely drew my attention. Can I Google this safely? Oh, okay. It's something fine. It's fine. It's a telescopic attachment designed to block out the direct light from a star. Or is it something else? Is it? Are we talking about a cornograph? Or are we talking about something? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. Oh, so you just use a C instead of a P. Bro. Do you believe that pornography is a harmful thing? For me, I think it is. Yeah, I think it can be. In the same way that gambling can be a harmful thing. There are some things that people can do in moderation, but others cannot. For some reason or other. Is there a healthy dose of visual porn? Well, maybe porn's different. The thing is, I'm just not well versed on it at all. When I tell you I've not watched a single episode, I don't even know. I don't even know what websites there are. Like, I haven't even watched a single episode. I'm being dead ass. Of actual real pornography. First of all, it's I have watched episodes of Bridgerton, but that's different, okay? That's first of all, it's illegal here. So even if you try and look it up. Hi Charlie, I hope you're doing well. Charlie, I hope you're resting and recovering well. If you try and look up the website, it'll just be blocked. And you'll have to use a VPN. Second of all, when you grow up Mormon, like, it's very discouraged and prohibited. And so Mormons are not allowed to watch that at all. So there's a lot of shame around that. And also just in the Utah culture, it's just not, not something. So like, even with I don't know how men talk about it, if they have like conversations about it or whatnot. I know with women, we don't really talk about. Women, we talk about like the newest Bridgerton. We talk about the newest like smutty book. You know what I mean? That's what we talk about. I think that men share the hard drives. Do you really? I really don't know. I don't know the whole culture around it. I have no clue. And it's one of those things where I've gone my whole life without delving into it, and so I'm good, you know? I don't need to experience it. Then again, I myself am not a sexual person. Ooh, do I want to reveal I've revealed this information before, but I do not masturbate. I don't, and I probably never will. So, that's probably another reason why I don't see any utility for me. Like, I don't see any benefit of just like sitting and watching it and just like consuming it like a piece of art or something. I don't know. I guess you could appreciate, maybe there's some members in this community who would have a better idea, because we've got some members of the community that actually work in the industry, but who'd be able to appreciate the nuances and the filmography of that. But yeah, not for me. Oh, Charlie's on a 7-stream streak. Congratulations. Um, who, who have seen multiple episodes? Who here has seen multiple episodes? Raise of hand. Ulysses said, unfortunately, like many other teen boys with unrestricted access to internet, this was something a Google search away since 12 years old. I definitely see how it's harmful. I definitely see how it's harmful in the sense that it gives you a false idea of what sex is actually like, especially if you delve into, again, I don't know much, but if you delve into things that are harmful or degrading to women and not fully grasping the concept of nuance, which children don't. Children do not grasp the concept of nuance and it's similar to, like, I always mention the example of like growing up Mormon and like being told all the doctrine and the reading the scriptures and being taught what to believe, but I never connected it personally with my actual understanding of what it actually means. And so it all just like came in one ear and I didn't grasp what it was supposed to mean. And I just kind of, yeah. So I can see how if you just see these images or these things portrayed in a certain way, you're not actually getting the actual experience. See, I think this is something you need to actually just experience. That's how you learn about it. You need to learn by experience, not by watching other people do it. Yeah. Oh, it's like exercising. I never learned about yoga by watching other people do yoga. I learned about yoga by understanding, by feeling it in my body, what each pose feels like and what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And how each muscle moves together and like what it feels like to have rigidity and have tension in certain parts of my body. You know what I mean? That's not something you can just watch or view passively. So I think it's the same way. So like if you're watching pornography, you're getting and that's your only thing, you're getting a very one-sided view of something that is very three-dimensional. Multiple episodes, complete seasons. Ulysses says everything that is a taboo or shamed about eventually concentrates itself into a forbidden diamond that you can't stop looking away from. You know, I've worried about that. I've worried about it. That's something that might arise within me. So far, that has not happened. But you're right. You're right. I think the more you restrict yourself, education, information, and healthy discussions is a solution for that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so, and like for me, I had to deprogram. I had to do a lot of deprogramming. It took a lot of work. And only now, like right now, is when I finally feel like I grasp certain like concepts in this area. But I do feel like I missed out a lot from my upbringing. So I'm catching up. Anyway. Shall we keep reading about how to acquire a wife? Sorry, I'm looking at something. It's like I'm moving my head around like what? Where? I'm looking. Something you can't see. Something behind the curtain. I'm so glad I don't have my display capture on right now. Okay. A girl should be taken as a wife, as also given in marriage, when fortune, signs, omens, and the words of others are favorable. 4. A man should not marry at any time he likes. A girl who is asleep, crying, or gone out of the house when sought in marriage, or who is betrothed to another, should not be married. The following should also be avoided. One who is kept concealed. One who has an ill-sounding name. One who has her nose depressed. One who has her nostril turned up. One who is formed like a male. One who is bent down. One who has crooked thighs. Oh, shit. Well, that's me. That's me, because I have scoliosis. I'm not straight. I have scoliosis. One of my hips is like slightly higher than the other. See, I'm not in the 0.001%. Refly's still trying to save his ass. An ill-sounding name. Well, if it doesn't sound good. One who has a projecting forehead. One who has a bald head. One who does not like purity. One who has been polluted by another. One who is afflicted with the goma. One who is disfigured in any way. One who has fully arrived at puberty. What? Ew! No. One who is a friend. One who is a younger sister. And one who is a Varshakari. Ivan says, we'll marry you off one of these days. Star Trek alien woman, please. In the same way, a girl who is called by the name of one of the 27 stars, or by the name of a tree or of a river, is considered worthless. What? It would be cool to be named after a star. What are you talking about? As also a girl whose name ends in R or... You better watch out if your name ends in R or L. You are to be avoided. But some authors say that prosperity is gained only by marrying that girl to whom one becomes attached, and that therefore no other girl but the one who is loved should be married by anyone. Ivan says, but this is ancient wisdom. It must be correct, right? Oh wait, no, it's written by people who didn't know where the sun went at night. Yeah, this is interesting. It's quite interesting. We're doing a cultural exploration. Thus ends marriage. There are also some verses on the subject as follows. Amusement in society, such as completing verses begun by others, marriages, and auspicious ceremonies, should be carried on neither with superiors nor inferiors, but with our equals. Okay. That's the caste system talking. That should be known as a high connection when a man, after marrying a girl, has to serve her and her relation afterwards like a servant, and such a connection is censured by the good. On the other hand, that reproachable connection where a man, together with his relations, lords it over his wife, is also called a low connection by the wise. But when both the man and woman afford mutual pleasure to each other, and when the relatives on both sides pay respect to one another, such is called a connection in the proper sense of the word. Therefore, a man should contract neither a high connection, by which he is obliged to bow down afterwards to his kinsmen, nor a low connection, which is universally reprehended by all. Oh my gosh, hello, welcome! We are reading the Kama Sutra. It's so nice to see you, daughter's child. I missed you. Yes. I read that comment already. Now we just read about marriage. Now we're gonna read about how to begin and how to end the Congress, and then we'll finish. Yeah, Ivan, yeah, so Refly, you need to refer to Ivan's tier list. Ivan, do you have that posted somewhere, like on your Discord? Okay. Different kinds of congress and love quarrels. This will be the last chapter that we read. In the pleasure room, decorated with flowers and fragrant with perfumes, attended by his friends and servants, the citizen should receive the woman, who will come bathed and dressed, and will invite her to take refreshment and to drink freely. He should then seat her on his left side, and holding her hair and touching also the end and not... Oh, sorry, you know what? There. I forgot to have that up this whole time. It's fine. It's like, oh yeah, I'm reading my personal writings. No, I would tell you when I was reading from my personal diary. They should carry, and which I have done before. They should then carry on an amusing conversation on various subjects, and may also talk suggestively of things which would be considered as coarse, or not to be mentioned generally in society. They may then sing either with or without gesticulations, and play on musical instruments, talk about the arts, and persuade each other to drink. At last, when the woman is overcome with love and desire, the citizen should dismiss the people that may be with him, giving her flowers, or ointment and betel leaves, and then when the two are left alone, they should proceed as has already been described in the previous chapters. Okay, we don't need to go into that again. Oh, Reflight, you're going to bed? Okay, well, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you sleep well. We're going to be ending soon anyway, too. Orange says, nothing starts my workday off like oats. Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say something. Like oats with strawberries and yogurt, and a few chapters of the Kama Sutra. Yeah. You know what, Orange? You're really starting your day off right. By coming here. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Interesting things. Such is the beginning of sexual union. At the end of Congress, the lovers with modesty and not looking at each other should go separately to the washing room. After this, sitting in their own places, they should eat some betel leaves. Don't do that. That will dye your teeth. That will dye your teeth black. Oh, maybe... No, that's the betel nut. Never mind. What days and hours are you on? I miss you a lot. I'm on almost every weekday from like sometimes noon, sometimes 1 MST. Here. Like I would say like 1 p.m. MST until 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Monday through Friday. There. Yeah. The citizen should apply with his own hand to the body of the woman some pure sandalwood ointment or ointment of some other kind. He should then embrace her with his left arm. It's very particular. And with agreeable words should cause her to... Oh, well, actually, okay, sorry. I was thinking about something. And with agreeable words should cause her to drink from a cup held in his own hand, or he may give her water to drink. They can then eat sweet meats or anything else according to their likings, and may drink fresh juice. And then it gives 20 different types of foods, which I won't read. Or anything that may be liked in different countries. The lovers may also sit on the terrace of the palace or house and enjoy the moonlight, and carry on an agreeable conversation. At this time, too, while the woman lies in his lap, with her face towards the moon, the citizen should show her the different planets. We're back to astrology. The morning star, the polar star, and the 7 rishis, or the Great Bear. This is the end of sexual union. We shall now speak of love quarrels. A woman who is very much in love with a man cannot bear to hear the name of her rival mentioned, or even have any conversation regarding her, or to be addressed by her name through a mistake. If such takes place, a great quarrel arises, and the woman cries, becomes angry, tosses her hair about, strikes her lover, falls from her bed or seat, and casting aside her garlands and ornaments, throws herself on the ground. Girl, me too. That's funny. Oh no, there's an ad. I'm sorry. It doesn't warn me before it comes. It probably did. I just didn't pay attention. Damn it. I guess I'll just be here. Wait, we could do yoga during the ad. Hey, who wants to redeem a yoga break? I'll redeem it. Yoga time. It's yoga time. Where's my... Yeah. Yoga time. Ah! Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to put it on my freaking tripod. It's not working. Okay, there we go. Let's try again with that sun salutation and with the jump. We'll try that. Oh, or we could try crow pose again today. You know what? We're going to try crow pose. I'll bring this down. I think it's about time. It's about time that we risk having a face plant. And I'm going to remove my glasses. And actually that makes it harder to see as well. I've got my pillow here that'll catch me in case I face plant. So, okay. So, have my hands kind of, you can have them pointed towards the corners of the mat and have them kind of wide. And then you want to like crunch. You want to crunch really hard and oh god, I hate this. I hate this pose, you guys. Okay, ready? Oh my god, come on. Okay. Come on, please, 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 please. No, please, please. I hate this. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. I'm so scared. Okay, ready? Okay. Anyway. I hate that pose. I will never like that pose, if I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta be strong for that. You know what? I'm working on I'm trying to work on being stronger. My most recent achievement is being able to do a single push-up, one push-up. I can now do one push-up. Okay, tell me, do I have good form? Okay, ready? Yeah! Okay, ready? Yeah! Fuck you! Okay. Anyway. I probably shouldn't have yelled fuck you, since my husband has a meeting right now in the other room. But you know what? It's probably fine. Your arms look musclier already. Thank you, Orange. That's really nice of you to say. I have been working on my arms. I've been working really hard. It's just, it takes forever. It takes a lot of time. Like, an insane amount of time. And I also don't like pain. And I'm also kind of lazy. So that factors into it. Don't let your cat bite you. I know Toby's not here right now, but she does like to bite my ankles. Yeah. I'm still learning. Well, here's the thing. I'm still learning how all my muscles work. Like what it feels like to tense your shoulders. And I didn't realize you have to do that in order to have an actual good push-up instead of sinking your belly down. So it like requires such tension that I'm not used to. I hate tensing so much. So I'm just gonna have to get over it. Anyway, yeah, my arms, I've been working. Look at this. You guys, wait, hold on. I want to flex. Look at this. Ah, you see that? Oh, yeah. There's a little bit flabby bit down here. Don't look at that. But I've never had muscles like this before. I'm very happy about it. Flex. 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 Sometimes I flex in front of the mirror. That's probably very vain of me, but like the past 6 months, I've really like tried to throw everything into gaining muscle. And so, yeah, you got to celebrate the small victories. My handbag is sometimes so heavy, my friends are astonished I can walk around with it all day. See, and there's a way you can work out your arms. Or like carrying on my cat sometimes. My cat's, she's not actually that heavy. Oh, cooking I feel like requires a lot of arm workout. A lot of arm working. Holding a baby. Babies are heavy. I think when I become a mom, my arms are just gonna get really buff. Yeah. Anyway, my friends, I think we might come to a close. Swole. Yeah. One of these days I might, perhaps. No, but I do enjoy building muscle. I do enjoy seeing the muscles, like start to get more visible. It's very rewarding. So, is there someone we can read as we conclude our little Kama Sutra reading? Let me look. Let me look. I don't know if I'm gonna read someone today. I don't think I'm gonna read anybody today. I'm sorry. Have you ever tried whipping up whipped cream without a hand? Oh, with a hand whisk? I have done that. Yes, that is a good hand workout. You're right, Charlie. Well, thanks for being here, Orange. Thanks for being here. And thank you for everyone who was here yesterday when I was in a really terrible mood. And I'm glad that things turned around. We were to have a fun day today. We didn't finish reading about the love quarrels, but that's fine. That's fine. I hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.